What is up, guys? Welcome to the transparency. Make yourself known.
Listen, folks, I know there's a history here. I'd like to get this hearing in today. You know, everybody needs to just focus on the relevant facts, okay? I know there's a history here.
Are you talking up by Sunset Mart? Up the hill by the gas station?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you? All right. Who's responsible here?
What's that?
Who's responsible here? Whose house is this?
Yeah, haven't been drinking or anything, right?
No.
Okay. Drive careful, okay?
Thank you.
This is what the other group had that ran away.
Oh, really?
They just ditched it.
Awesome.
Yeah, those ones kept walking to the car.
It's truly for the win.
That I was given to. So there was 2 different discs. Okay? They all knew about it.
We're not here to talk about the alcohol stuff, okay?
Okay, yeah.
But this is the second noise complaint we've had here tonight within 2 hours.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know why we're here?
I see noise.
Noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Big speaker right there.
Yeah.
Nothing against having a party. Once neighbors start calling in, then we have an issue.
Like brains, and like if you need a lot of brains, you're gonna be in trouble.
It's November 29th. 4 people that were murdered.
All of the information he's received, I'm not sure that's entirely accurate.
Declaration are the
Third on September 1, Wisconsin.
Last night, she was visited by 2 FBI with what happens to witnesses that the defense might call. The court will recall Gabriela Vargas testified last Friday in our hearing. Last night, she was visited by 2 FBI agents and interrogated about her testimony, the timing of her declaration. That, in our view, impacts Mr. Koberger's due process rights and his rights to effective assistance of counsel, and that motion will also be filed later today for
Any objection to hearing this here, the motion along with these 2 more motions to the third on September 1, Wisconsin?
I don't believe so, Your Honor, having not seen exactly what the motions are, but you're saying they're fairly straightforward. I would think that we could with the motions, we have an issue with raising support for Ms. Taylor. I will, for the record, since Ms. Taylor has brought up the situation with Vargas, give court and counsel background. Over the weekend, Ms. Vargas, after she testified, engaged in some electronic communications with others in the genetic genealogy field. Those indicated, as it was reported to the investigators, to our investigators, that she was redigging on some of the things that she testified to in court. When we heard of that, I reached out to the investigators and said, can you find out what's going on? And the FBI indeed undertook an investigation. And preliminary reports are that Ms. Vargas claims that some of what was in her declaration she inadvertently agreed or signed without fully reading it. We're documenting that so we can expose it to Ms. Taylor and to the court, because I think it goes directly to what happened last week. That's the only reason that she was contacted, because it reported to us that she was retracting some of what she had testified to, what was in the declaration. And we felt imperative we need to cover that system. There was no other motive, no other motivation to it. I just wanted to cancel the court.
Your Honor, that's certainly different than the information that I received.
Interesting that there'd be a hiccup right here, but there is, and
So,
then they rewind it back so that it can come out. Really.
Your Honor, that's certainly different than the information that I received. I would have been happy to be advised about that, but I'm not sure that's accurate. I mean, I'm sure that's what Mr. Thompson heard. I'm not saying they're calling him a liar, but the quality.
He calls her. Welcome to Truth and Transparency. Thank you guys for being here, moderators, subscribers, members. Well, Brian Koberger went ahead and waived his right to a speedy trial. I said to myself, what in the actual? I didn't think it was a smart play unless something has to be coming. Like, there's no way you're going this hard and doing things the way that they were doing, and then you're going to waive speedy. Something just didn't. Well, the speedy trial being waived is because of what was just filed today, in my opinion. So in case you guys been out of the loop, Brian waived in this hearing. He waives his right to a speedy trial, and instead of answering, yes, he said absolutely. He doesn't have a jacket on. The court cameras are backed off a little bit, but in the announcement of the waiver of his right to a speedy trial, Ann-Taylor went on the record was saying that, she also wants the death penalty off the table. We're going to talk about that in another live. But today it was what happened yesterday. What I'm going to address today is here at the end. It's, wait a second. We just had a hearing and one of our witnesses was visited by 2 FBI agents. Why the FBI? Why not local law enforcement? Why not? Who's in charge of this case? FBI. And then what I thought was way more interesting than the fact that the FBI was there, it was Bill Thompson saying that I told the investigators, wait, so you, Bill Thompson, tells the FBI what to do now? What does he mean? He told these who's investigators? Like, listen to this. To me, this is just, couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. But I want you to hear what he says here. Great. And he's always just like, well, I mean, Miss Taylor, I didn't realize that Miss Taylor's going to be mentioning this, that, I don't know, that her witness was, interrogated by 2 FBI. I mean, why would Miss Taylor ever mention this to the courts? Can you imagine if Bethany and Dylan would have ever had to come and can you imagine if they were hit up by 2 FBI agents?
Situation with Vargas, getting court and constable background. Over the weekend, Ms. Vargas, after she testified, engaged in some electronic communications with others in the genetic genealogy field. Those indicated, as it was reported to the investigators, to our investigators, that she was reading on some of the things that she testified to in court. When we heard of that, I reached out to the investigators and said,
How? So basically, somebody turned in their text messages or emails with this witness to say, hey, I don't know if you guys need this, but I was communicating with one of the witnesses, and aren't they supposed to be gagged? I mean, is that how that happened? Talk about some backstabbing bitches in IGG.
can we find out what's going on? And the FBI indeed undertook an investigation. And preliminary reports are that Ms. Vargas claims that some of what was in her declaration, she inadvertently agreed to or signed without fully reading it. We're documenting that so we can expose it to Ms. Taylor. And,
Wait a second. So they're saying that Vargas was like, I inadvertently signed my declaration without looking at it and reading it to what it actually said. Wait, aren't you supposed to be the one that's providing the declaration? I mean, why would anybody but you write your declaration, right? But remember what the last sentence of the declaration stated? That last sentence stated that she has knowledge that law enforcement doesn't play by the book and they take stuff when they're not supposed to. Like, that's what her last, in fact, I'll pull it up right now, inadvertently signed a document because the FBI is there and it's like, you see your declaration, you're accusing what law enforcement officers do you know that did this? That's what I think. And I want to show you what I'm talking about. Take a look. Where is hers? I got so many boxes open right now. Declaration, here she is. Okay. I am aware that law enforcement has obtained results in ways prohibited by the terms of use and prohibited by their own policies. Number 16. There we go. Now, again, I'm just trying to break it down so you guys can hear, because this guy mumbles, so I'm trying to be, I put the closed caption on. He basically is saying that when the FBI went to go there, which the purpose was because they got their hands on some type of form of electronic communication that Gabrielle had with somebody. You down with IGG? Yeah, you know me. And this, she wasn't supposed to be talking about stuff. You know, you're gagged as a witness. But listen to Bill Thompson again. I think it's important that we hear his words one more time.
To the court, because
hearing this here, the motion along with these two more motions,
you're saying they're fairly straightforward. I would think that we could look at motions, we have an issue with raising support for Ms. Taylor. I will, for the record, since Ms. Taylor has brought up the situation with Vargas, give court and counsel background. Over the weekend, Ms. Vargas, after she testified, engaged in some electronic communications with others in the genetic genealogy field. Those indicated, as it was reported to the investigators, to our investigators, that she was redating on some of the things that she testified to in court. When we heard of that, I reached out to the investigators and said, can you find out what?
Okay, I want to make sure I heard that completely correct. She testifies. Then over the weekend, she has a get together with some of her IGG friends. During this time that she's having a get together, whether it's, via text or email, she has some type of electronic communications where she says to somebody that's in the IGG field that turned over this information, I believe that this witness was actually saying that she was like taking back some of the stuff that she was testifying to. And so that's what was then given and turned over. And so then Bill Thompson says, I reached out to investigators. Well, I would think that you would reach out to Officer Payne, your lead investigator. I reached out to investigators and said, can you find out? So that would mean that you would have to talk to not only Gabrielle, but in my opinion, whoever came forward with this information, right?
What's going on? And the FBI indeed,
Investigators, and said, can you find out what's going on? And the FBI.
the investigation, and preliminary reports are.
And I think it's saying in their preliminary reports from this encounter.
That Ms. Vargas claims that some of what was in her declaration, she inadvertently agreed to or signed without fully reading it.
I had amnesia. So let me get this straight. During this shakedown, listen here. What is this about? Your Oh God, no. Oh, I didn't even read my declaration. I must have just signed it. Didn't even read it. Ann Taylor's comment back is priceless, in my opinion, but this is just wild. It's just wild.
We're documenting that so we can expose it to Ms. Taylor.
We're documenting our reports, our preliminary reports.
To the court, because I think those directly to what happened last week. That's the only reason that she was contacted, because it reported to us that she was retracting some of what she had testified to and what was in the declaration. And we felt in fairness we need to cover that quickly. There was no other motive, no other motivation for it. I just wanted to be candid with the court.
I just want to be candid with the courts. Who is this person that turned in this Vargas woman? And then Ann Taylor, I'm telling you, this is like the best response when she's like, well, I hope we got some recordings of that. When have you ever seen the FBI wearing body cam? There's no recordings of this. The FBI doesn't record this.
Your Honor, that's certainly different than the information that I received.
Your Honor, that is certainly different than the information I received. Ann Taylor just got up in front of this courtroom and said,
That's how we sort these things out.
said that my witness was interrogated by 2 FBI investigators at her home after testifying here. Good old Bill says, yeah, go look into it. Doesn't say a damn thing to Miss Taylor. You know, Bill, your backseat, Bill. No wonder you're sitting in the front seat here today, because you thought that Brian Kohlberger was just going to waive his rights to a speedy trial and that was going to be it. No, that Ann Taylor just slapped you with 25 reasons why this is going to get thrown out. Pick one. Pick them all.
So
this is where it messes up.
Your Honor, that's certainly different than the information that I received. I would have been happy to be advised about that, but
She's saying that I would have been copied.
I'm not sure that's accurate. I mean, I'm sure that's what Mr. Thompson heard. I'm not standing there calling him a liar, but the quality of the information he's received, I'm not sure that's entirely accurate. My hope is that these 2 FBI agents that were at Ms. Vargas's home last night, hopefully they recorded everything that they talked to her about, and that should resolve the issue of that.
Hopefully they recorded everything that they talked to her about. As long as they recorded everything that they talked to her about, we shouldn't have any problems. Like, this isn't an investigation. So defense calls witnesses, and then after they get off the stand to testify as an expert in their field, they're getting shakedown. You guys, that's insanity. Go and tell me where this has happened. Let's go find a case where this has happened, where an expert witness is calling up the attorney and saying, oh my God, 2 FBI agents just came to my house. And what? What do you mean 2 FBI? What do you mean 2 FBI agents just came to your house? Yeah. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Where does this broad live? Why is he? Who is this friend that turned over the? I can't wait to hear what electronic communication it is, and they're trying to taint that woman's testimony. That's just wild. That's just, I can't even, man. Hey, well, this is what took place in the courtroom. What was it? Yesterday. And then today, Ann Taylor yesterday says, hey, we're going to be dropping two more motions. And I was actually expecting it tomorrow, but she's a Friday dock dumper. But we got them today. And of course, Ann had to seal them on me, but we got a little taste. We got a little bit. But something new here at Truth and Transparency. It will be coming in the fall. Like I said, September's will be Monday, Member Mondays. And we will have, Truth and Transparency will be having a live bingo game that goes on while I'm actually doing the live. And it's based on the words that I say. You'll click a link when you come in. You'll click the link that you get. You'll get a card. Everybody would have different cards. And there's, one game every, I don't know if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but it's based off of the words that I say. And when you get bingo, you write it in there. Then you'll submit through the email your bingo card. And then we look at those and we reveal those winners. So it's something that the words, you never know what I'm going to say. So crazy stuff can come out, but it's stuff to do with the cases. For example, use only. Give you a little sample, and then I'm going to read these docs. Things like motion to compel, drugs, Sheath, Coomer Green, Enon Harsh, University of Idaho, Firing Squad, Snapchat, Tolson, WSU Kim, Pullman, Bethany Funk, documents, bushy eyebrows, exculpatory evidence, body cam, Queen Road, King Road, Big Bush, Hector the Projector. Hector got a spot. Anyways, there's a ton of words, and it just does it all. It creates it all on its own. So I kind of wanted to give something back to the members, and I've been brainstorming with the mods, and I kind of like this touch because it doesn't disrupt anything that we're doing. It's basically you get to have your bingo card, and when you hear a word that's on your your card, you get to mark it off. And then once a month we'll have blackout round, and then you guys can get an autograph and a dinner date with me. Just kidding. All right, guys, here we go. Again, that's for the members, and then winners. Those of you guys that would be wanting to reveal anything, we're going to rotate our prizes with merch. So, to the transparency, appreciates all of you guys. Again, anybody can play, but members can only win. All right, take a look at it, guys. These are your docs. Let's take a look. I was like, here we go. Motion to dismiss. (823). This is the motion to dismiss indictment on grounds of biased grand jury, inadmissible evidence, lack of sufficient evidence, and prosecutorial misconduct in withholding exculpatory evidence. OMG. OMG. Can you guys see it? Is it big enough there? Make it bigger. Comes now Brian C. Koberger through his attorneys of record and files a motion to dismiss indictment on grounds of biased grand jury, inadmissible evidence, lack of sufficient evidence. That lack of sufficient evidence, guys, I believe that that's going to have everything to do with the arrest of Brian Koberger. And prosecutorial misconduct by withholding, OMG, withholding exculpatory evidence. This motion is based on the state's various violations during the grand jury pursuant to, and then they're going to give you your codes. Now this though, and prosecutor misconduct pursuant to those, your criminal, your rule, and citing the Napier, Illinois case, Mr. Koberger raises 24 issues, which are set forth in full in the memorandum in support of a motion to dismiss. 24. You guys, there's 25 in my opinion because Ann Taylor is one. So that's what the thumbnail is all about. The state has 25 problems, not 24 in my opinion, because Ann Taylor, I went ahead and said, 25. I think her being on this case, problematic. 24 issues. 24 issues. You think witnesses has all three other trees? I got 24 problems, but Ann Taylor ain't one. There you go. Deja Vu, how you doing there, love? What's the song? 99 Problems. Yep. I got 99 problems, but Ann Taylor ain't one. That needs to be some merch. I wanted to see more of like the motion, but then they went ahead and, they put an order in to seal it and it's sealed. But they gave us a little piece here. And so what I'm doing is, out of all of the motions for discovery and to have the state compel, I will be producing what I believe, based on Ann Taylor's ridiculous amount of motions about, their supplemental requests for discovery. We don't have this, we don't have that. I'm going to give you guys what I think. I want to hear what you guys think. But we have they're raising 24 issues. 24 issues. This is why I believe that Brian Culver had no problem waiving his speedy trial, is because I think Brian thinks that he's walking out the door. So his speedy, that's why I have no problem waiving this. Because when I first heard that, I said, what in the world are they doing? I said, there has to be a reason that they're doing this. And then boom, here we go. Ann Taylor hits it, and Jay and her team, 24 issues they're raising. And people can say, oh, this is, what's the word? Oh, Ann's just doing her job. She's got to do this so that, he can't appeal. And doing her job. No. How about the state not doing their job? How can you find 24 issues? This is things that she's going to be bringing up that's already turned in. And it's because of the work or lack thereof of the state. This isn't Ann getting, she's just trying to pull a stunt. This is the loophole. This is this. Well, 24 of them. So, backseat bill. Summer break is over, buddy. Margaret's got a knock at the door. We're the FBI and we're here to help. We about to cuff you, girl. Wouldn't you have some class in that? If you got wind of this, Mr. Backseat Bill, if you got wind of this, wouldn't you bring it to the attention of Ann Taylor and say, hey, I received this email. Okay. This is what this is about. I want to inform you about this. Isn't that professional courtesy? No, instead. So let me get this straight. I hit up Ann Taylor and I say, hey, I have Dave here. His Snapchat's loaded. Here you go. You should probably what? But what's the defense? So they don't have to go telling anybody about anything. But think about this. What if I would be like, okay, Dave, I'm going to turn you into the prosecutor, right? And you need to do this, right? So here, I'm going to go to the prosecutor. Hey, I have this guy, Dave. He has this Snapchat and he has all this stuff and everybody knew about it. Let's just hypothetically say this. And I tell this to the prosecutor. What's going to happen then? You have to turn over that, right? You have to turn that over to Ann Taylor. So when you would have received this like that, I think that's what Ann Taylor was talking about. If you would have received an email or whatever you received that you felt that you need to go investigate something, why wouldn't you be telling me about that? Why would you be sending 2 FBI agents to go knock at her door? You know what I mean? Like, she didn't find out, in my opinion, from Bill Thompson, backseat Bill. She found out from, I believe, Vargas calling her up and being like, WTF? What the hell's the FBI here? And what are they there for? I don't know. They just interrogated the shit out of me. I guess I don't see what the harm would have been in, because you have to give over that. You have to give over that communication to Ann Taylor regardless. So why wouldn't you give it to her right off the bat? Since Miss Taylor brought it up, I'm trying to be candid with the courts here today. Well, she's accusing your guys' office right now of not with, you guys are withholding exculpatory evidence. That's on you, Bill. No, they didn't give it to me, so how can I give it to you? I don't know. Then she's saying that, the grand jury, you guys did not give them the correct information on how they should, be casting their vote. Lack of sufficient evidence. And hey, all this shit is inadmissible. And then the basis or the biased grand jury. I don't know. But the totality of it all is 24. They're raising 24 eyebrows here. Right there. Mr. Culver raises 24 eyebrows, 24 issues, which are set forth in full in the memorandum in support of motion to dismiss indictment and its attachments. So withholding exculpatory evidence, meaning if you would have given the grand jury this evidence, they would have never indicted Brian Culver. If you would have done X, Y, and Z, then to obtain his DNA, you would have had to arrest him. And we believe that his arrest, that's what I think this is all going to come out. So, Lana, why do you think Brian Culver opted not to wear a blazer? Because it's hot as a witch's tit. It's really hot here. Is it hot there? Probably Ann Taylor did not press it the night before, and he thought it was going to be a Zoom meeting. I don't know. What happens now? What happens how that we know the FBI is questioning witnesses and fabricating stories? I know if 2 FBI agents were to come to my door right now, I wouldn't say a word. I'm surprised she didn't call Ann Taylor first. Maybe she did. Maybe that's why Ann Taylor's like, I would love to hear their guys' story on this. I don't know. Twenty-four. What's up, Kathy? Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for your hard work, TNT. Mac, thank you so much. And then earlier, Suzanne, thank you for your super sticker. Appreciate that. I wouldn't have answered yet. There's no way I'm answering. I'm going to answer the door, but I'm going to say, you guys want some water? Sorry for the trip out here. Am I under arrest? If not, I have nothing to say. $1.4 billion is a lot of clams. I want to know who maybe Vargas was just having some pillow talk. It's protected. I can't see my loved one, so I'm having pillow talk with them via text. I thought I was texting with God. I was texting with my priest. 3 additional DNA. Yeah. Let me give you some water. Can I give you a brandy? This is so unbelievable. I think it's. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't. I think for the family, I said it yesterday, and I think I posted it on a community post. I said, I feel so bad for the family because it's the last thing that you want. The family did not want him to waive the speedy trial. They want this to, let's go. No one wants this to drag on for years. So hopefully if, these 24 issues are totally non-problematic and nothing happens from them, that they can go ahead and set a date that's not too far out, for the families. That's my wish and hope for them. But if I'm the family, I'm going to be pissed and saying, how is Ann Taylor even able to raise 24 issues? What are you guys doing? So, welcome new members. Yes, on this side, I can't see them. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. What else did I miss? How come the FBI is always the one that's that the issues surround? There's issues with. The FBI did the tree. Ms. Vargas, would you call us a bunch of liars? What do you think? We just made up these trees, girl? I know you're gonna recant that testimony. Okay, sounds good. I don't know. Brian should have waited until after September 1st to waive his right to a speedy trial. I believe that there's September 1st some stuff's able to be heard. Also August 30th. I believe that's when this answer has to come in. So there is things that are still on the docket that have to happen before September 1st, because it was only after September 1st that they were clearing out the schedule, but everything up until September 1st was happening. So, but yeah, but that's gonna, that's gonna do it. I think we're in, when they have to answer this, I think that we're gonna get more information based on their reply. But what I'm gonna do tomorrow is pump out some stuff. I got stuff that's going on with the Karen Reed case. I got some documents. So I'm gonna put some stuff out like that. Dr. Brian Drake got more with that. Got another update with Sheldon and Rachel Del Tondo. Rachel Del Tondo's mother flipped out on the DA, and from what I was told from my sources, Rachel Del Tondo's mother told the DA to leave Sheldon Jeter Jr. alone. We'll find out if that's true. But yeah, very interesting. As 24, wow. I think I think they're going to try to push for cameras in the courtroom because I think that Idaho, I think they're greedy. Money. That's the only reason why I think that this has a chance of staying in with the cameras. Everything's about money. So, but I don't know. Either way, I'll be there for this trial. Because if you don't have truth tellers in that courtroom, shit, Brian could be wearing black and y'all are going to think he's in a white suit. All right, guys, until next time, you guys rock. Thank you, mods, subscribers, members on your way out. Thumbs up the video, thumbs down the video. You have an opinion, make it known. Share it. Be kind to one another.
lot of brains, you're gonna be in trouble.
It's November 29th. 4 people that were murdered, and you want to fuck around. You got 8 families that are being affected by this, and they just mean nobody from the university.
Shock value. And so what he did was he had taken pictures California.
Oh, you're from I would be outraged if I live in Moscow right now. I'd be lighting some cars on fire out there. I'd be flipping some cars. I'd get the frats going wild. Let's get some noise complaints going.